So this is my Liverpool first Burnley match preview for the game this weekend and my Premier League predictions for this weekend. So we do host Burnley, who are currently in the bottom three, which is probably was expected, wasn't it? Start the season was expected. Start the season, wasn't it? Stock Parker not really had a good record, has he, in keeping teams up. He knows how to get teams. He knows how to get teams promoted from the Championship, but doesn't know how to keep teams up. And to be honest with you, I think Burnley will probably keep him anyways for next season as well. So I said no, there's probably going to be one of the favourites to go straight back up with the positive payments. Same old cycle, isn't it? Up, down. Same old cycle. The Burnley squad's too good for the Championship, but too bad for the Premier League, ain't it? Too bad. They just lacked that attacking third. You have that attacking threat in the final third, don't they, to stay up, in my opinion. This is why you're probably seeing Leeds and Sunderland staying up, because Wolves are already where they're bound, and West Ham are just the Mets at the top of the football club. So obviously, as for us, obviously we needed Florian Wirtz and Hugo Ekitike to come off the bench to kill off a League One team, which is a bit embarrassing, isn't it? But yeah, we won 4-1 against Barnsley. We've been unbeaten, though. The thing is, we've been unbeaten, haven't we? Been unbeaten, but so what? The games we should be winning. Fulham away, Sunderland at home, Leeds both away and at home. If we would have won them games, all of a sudden we'll be right back in the fucking mix for the title all of a sudden. But obviously we took too many points now, and I'm pretty much the line-up. It's just going to be as expected, ain't it? I think that would be the line-up personally, as in though Frimpong and Turkes, two full-backs, which I don't mind, especially against Burnley. We should be doing all-out attack against Burnley. Tanate and Van Dijk. It'll be Quallenberg, Solskjaer, Matasa, Curtis Jones, you could say, as at a diamond in midfield. But most likely it's going to be Solskjaer as a right winger, Curtis Jones as a left winger, with First as number 10, or First as a left winger. That's how Scott plays. And obviously Hugo Ekitike will come back in. I think it's too early for Mo Salah to come back in after Egypt once again made a good one at that Cup of Nations, losing out in the semi-finals to Senegal. But that was expected, yes, be real. It was always going to be a Senegal-Morocco final, wasn't it? Especially with what Morocco did in the FIFA World Cup. So that would be my lineup, my predictions for this weekend. The Manchester derby, Michael Carrick's first game as interim manager at Manchester United. I think both teams don't be up for it. It's a Manchester derby, both teams will be up for it. It is a big one as well, because if City end up dropping points, that will give Arsenal a massive boost. And but I've seen it before with Manchester United players, they turn up for this game. I feel both teams will turn up, but I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Chelsea versus Brentford. Chelsea obviously lost 3-2 in the Carabao Cup at home to Arsenal. They're still in it, aren't they? Still in it, just. But Arsenal looked more convincing in that game, didn't they, than Chelsea. Even though Arsenal starting to concede, aren't they? Considering they have the best defence in the league. Chelsea then, Brentford, Numasin's first league game at Stamford Bridge. I don't think he'll lose, but I can't see Chelsea beating Brentford. Brentford are in better form at the moment, and they'll go for a 2-2 draw. Leeds versus Fulham, I think that'll be a 1-1 draw, that one. Tight game. As for us, I expect us to win 3-0 against Burnley, and then I don't think that'll be a convincing 3-0, but I think we'll be far too much for Burnley, in my opinion. You'd think so anyways, wouldn't you? Sunderland versus Crystal Palace, and for Sunderland, who are, I think, unbeaten, aren't they? I think they're unbeaten at home this season, to win 1-0 against Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace are not that convincing away from home compared to at home, so I'm going to go for a 1-0 win for Sunderland. Tottenham versus West Ham. Tottenham sure you have to win that game, don't they? Sure you have to win that game with the state West Ham are win at the moment. And Tottenham, they're not great either, but I do think Tottenham will pick up a win and win 3-1. Nottingham Forest versus Arsenal. Arsenal should win, but Arsenal struggled at Forest, haven't they? They've struggled at Forest in past seasons, and I just feel Arteta might be a bit more stubborn away at Forest, or Arsenal will not take the chances, in my opinion. And I can see Arsenal dropping points again away at Forest. It's just been one of them clowns for Arsenal, hasn't it, where they've never done well at all. So I think both title contenders will drop points, and I think it'll be back to as we were then. And I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw between Forest and Arsenal. Wolves versus Newcastle. Newcastle, they're not convincing, are they? I know they won away at Everton, but they're not really good away from home at Newcastle, are they? Wolves are better at home, aren't they? So I can see a 1-1 in that one between Wolves and Newcastle. It don't mean Wolves are going to stay up. Wolves are still down, in my opinion. Aston Villa versus Everton. Everton are missing Gerard Blanford badly in defence. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Villa. And that'll be good for Villa, won't it? Because if City and Arsenal, if my predictions go this way, Villa will be gaining on Arsenal and City. And finally, Brighton versus Bournemouth. That's a good game, ain't it? That'll be a very good game. Even though Bournemouth haven't got Semenyo anymore, he's now at City. Bournemouth will still score goals, in my opinion, past Brighton. But I think Brighton will score goals past Bournemouth as well. So I think that'll be a dull fest 2-2 draw in that one between two exciting teams as well. So that is my Liverpool vs Burnley match preview and my Premier League predictions for this weekend. Hopefully the Reds' unbeaten run can continue, and there's no excuses. It needs to be a win against Burnley. Otherwise, it's quite an embarrassing result if we don't beat Burnley. So feel free to leave your thoughts and predictions down below in the comments, and I'll see you all in the next one. Come on the Reds.